Hey Scorpios. Okay, so, well, first, thank you for joining 1144 messages. I have to get better at doing that. I'm just not used to having my own channel. Okay, so, anyway, thank you for being here. And it's obviously your season, and I know you're super excited about that. I am too. Um, I'm not a Scorpio though, but I like y'all. So anyway, my intention was to do a business reading for Monday, and where I live, Monday was yesterday. So as you can see, it didn't quite work out that way. But hopefully the energy is still there. And so hopefully this resonates with you. I mean, readings are timeless anyway, so whenever you see this, well, based on the messages that I got, I do hope that it resonates, but at the same time, I kind of don't because there are some sad messages in here. So I had to write them down just because it was so much. And as you can see by looking at the cards, a lot of messages came pouring in. So just to keep track of everything, I said, you know what? Let me just write all this down. So you're going to hear me flipping back and forth between my notes. Well, you'll hear that. So we'll get started with your very first card that came out, which was the Death card. And that's your card. That's your energy. So it could be meaning that, that you're saying, here I am, I'm Scorpio, this is my energy, let's get started. It could mean that. But right next to it was the Three of Swords. And so, Three of Swords, I mean, I know I make it sound so dramatic. I mean, just, you'll see. So the Three of Swords talks about there being some type of deep emotional pain, about some separation or ending. And death is about an ending. Something in your life has died, and that could go either way, anyway, because it was possibly something that has run its course. It could be a relationship with someone. It could be a loss of job. It could be you quitting a job that you really loved. Maybe you just realized that this job, this relationship, whatever the situation, no longer serves a purpose in your life. Maybe you're unhappy there now. Maybe you've ended a business partnership, or you've had to make a tough business decision, maybe about a family member that you were working with. They say don't do business with family, although it can be successful. So I guess it just depends on the parties involved. But maybe it was a close friend that you had to sever ties with when it comes to business. Maybe you were working with your actual partner, your love partner in life. I do know that when I was shuffling the cards and asking Spirit about messages for your business reading, instead of saying reading, I kept saying meeting, business meeting. So maybe there was some type of meeting that you had to have that talks about this ending. This was a meeting that you had to have to sever the ties. So let's see what else we got. Well, actually, let me go back. So with this Three of Swords, It was clarified by the Seven of Pentacles. Now, the Seven of Pentacles speaks about a financial investment or some business venture, and you're starting to see the rewards of it. You're starting to see the profit. And you're happy about that. You're tending to your business, really trying to make things work for yourself. But it also talks about trimming off the lesser value things. So, in a business, you see what makes dollars, and if it doesn't make dollars, it doesn't make sense type thing. So you have to let go of it, trim off the dead weight. Maybe the dead weight was a person. They were holding you down, from progressing with this business. But whatever you had to do, you had to let it go so that you can get a better profit. Let me see what else I wrote about this. Now, the Three of Swords also talks about regret from a bad investment, perhaps. You did have another card. Oh, yeah, the Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, that clarified the Three of Swords. So the Seven of Pentacles, and I will show you these cards after I'm done. The Seven of Pentacles talks about the importance of avoiding get-rich schemes. Those get-rich-quick schemes. So maybe you tried to invest in something like that, and now you regret investing in it. Maybe you lost some money. Yeah, I mean, that goes with the reading as well. Maybe you lost some money in a bad investment. Excuse me. The Ten of Pentacles came after all of this, and this is generally a positive card. It talks about abundance, financial security, just security in general, pleasure. But the only issue that I could possibly see here is the fact that it came out after the Three of Swords. That loss, that separation, and that came after the Death card. So the Ten of Pentacles also talks about, inheritance, a family inheritance. Maybe that's a financial inheritance. Or it could also talk about inheriting a family business. So the fact that it came out after those two cards, I have to say it. Maybe for some of you, there was a death in the family of a close loved one, or someone that could be considered family to you. Maybe you inherited money or a business from this person. Maybe they left you something in their will. It's a bittersweet moment because they left it for you, but you had to lose them for that to happen. And another card that I saw that could have something to do with that storyline, I shouldn't say storyline like that. I shouldn't say that. That message. I saw a Five of Pentacles card, and that's generally a need card. It shows people that are basically, they look like they're in poverty. But it also can have something to do with an illness. So maybe there was an illness. The person passed, and then they left you an inheritance of some type. You could be heartbroken understandably so. The moon also came out a couple of times when I was shuffling, so it definitely needed to be seen. And the moon, it could be you dealing with your emotions about this situation. Um, it could also mean that, maybe there was something shady going on there. Maybe it was that get rich scheme. That was something shady that you were involved in. Or, the partnership that you had with someone, maybe they influenced you. I just got that. Maybe they influenced you to take part in this get rich scheme, and you realized that it was shady, and now you have to separate yourself from this person. Um, but it could also speak about something shady with the death or the inheritance matter. Um, so maybe it's telling you to tap into your intuition about the situation as well. That could be something dealing with the moon as well. Um, let's see what else I saw. I may be jumping back and forth too, because as these messages were coming in, I just started writing them down. So they could be out of order, but I'm trying here. I saw the Temperance card that came out. And so maybe you're healing from this. Maybe you need to heal from this. Maybe you have to make a decision about all of this. Maybe you have already, and that was, the severing of the ties. Um, maybe it's the Temperance card is urging you to have patience with this matter. You had the Fool card. That's, taking a new path, a new beginning for your greater good. Trusting in the divine with this, about this situation. The Page of Pentacles. Maybe you're really thinking about this new business, with the death or all of that aside. Maybe it's just you had a business or you had a job, you had to let go of it, or it ended, whatever the situation, and now you have a new business that you're really thinking about. You're really taking the time, you have the patience to make sure that you make a better business decision this time around. It could have something to do with that. Making sure that something is the right choice. I saw the Ace of Cups. So that's basically a loving gift from the divine, after all of this turmoil. I did notice that you went from the Page of Pentacles to the Queen of Pentacles. And then at the bottom of the deck, of one of the decks, you had the King of Pentacles. So this is a huge advancement. This is you learning from your mistakes, possibly. You're better with money. You're using your money wisely now, your resources. You're making better business decisions. Maybe you're going into a better partnership with someone when it deals with business. Let me see what else I saw here. I also, with that Five of Pentacle cards that I saw, it could also mean that maybe you were in need of money and resources, and now you're good because you have them. I saw the Nine of Pentacles after that, so the 5 to the 9 of Pentacles. That's abundance, completion. I did see the Four of Cups, and that speaks about isolating yourself to re-examine things and people, how you feel about them and, the things. So maybe after severing the ties or whatever you had to do that caused the, the inner turmoil, you had to isolate yourself so that you can move forward making the correct decisions. Maybe that has something to do with that. I did see the Five of Wands, and that talks about a money conflict with others, possibly, about how you spend the money, what you're spending it on, when it has to do with a business, possibly. It could be and arguments about control, who's going to control what when it comes to this business partnership. It could have something to do with competition when it comes to your business, rivals. Um, it could speak about your finances being unstable. Maybe there's an ego battle when it comes to a business partnership. Maybe you have to defend, something that you think is yours. Maybe you're having, conflict when it comes to, hopefully not, that inheritance. Maybe you have to defend, the inheritance that you're supposed to receive. Maybe you have to do something like that. I'm not sure. I didn't see, a justice card or any legal cards that I can think of right now. So it may not have anything to do with that, but it's something to know just in case. Let's see what else I have. The King of Pentacles, I don't know if I mentioned, it also talks about now putting your money towards a good investment that finally pays off. It could also have to do with a father figure. So hopefully not, once again, maybe a father figure passed and left you a business, left you money, and you're taking the time to decide, you're isolating yourself, and you want to really make a good decision with your abundance of resources now, it could have something to do with that. And lastly, I saw the Hermit at the bottom of one of the decks, and maybe it's saying that you need to consult someone wise, maybe about this business venture, or anything that you have going on here, possibly. It could also talk about just going within, consulting your spirit guides, if you want to take the spiritual route with this for guidance. So, I hope I covered every one of the messages in these cards. This is just everything that I got when I just asked a simple question. Please tell me about Scorpio, the Scorpio collective, when it has to do with business and career. And this is everything that came out. So the divine definitely wanted you to know all of this. And I will probably do a short showing all of the cards. And I hope that, all of these messages helped maybe, give you confirmation. Maybe, I don't know. I just hope that they helped in some way. So if you like this vibe, please subscribe, and hope to see you back soon. Take care.